From the East Brunswick Jewish Center, I'm Rabbi Jeff Pivo. How long does it take for something new to lose its luster? I learned when my children were quite young that very often a new thing that they would bring home, whether from a birthday party or a zoo gift shop or elsewhere, somehow started off as the most important thing in the world before they had it, but then almost immediately became neglected after they had it. The transition from must have to where is it was often quite abrupt. And that holds true, I think, in many areas of our lives, not only for things, but for tasks we perform, even for the status that we achieve during our lifetimes. Graduations and weddings and births fill us with joy and pride. But soon enough, we return to our usual schedules, our day-to-day existence, and we lose the special feeling that those things initially engendered in us. But what if daily life involved dealing directly and personally with God? In this week's Torah portion in Shmini, we see what may be the result of taking that activity, the activities of the priesthood, the Kohanim, too lightly. The word Shmini means eighth, and it refers to the eighth day of the ceremonies during which Aaron and his sons were ordained as Kohanim to serve God at the altar. Upon being elevated to the position of priests, two of Aaron's sons bring what the Torah calls strange fire, alien fire, to God's altar, some kind of an offering that God had not commanded. Their punishment was swift and dramatic. God strikes them dead with heavenly fire. One possible explanation of this incident is that the two brothers took their identities as Kohanim, which they had just entered, too lightly, without consideration of the seriousness of their actions. Having been ordained as priests by Moses, they quickly forgot how meticulously God expected them to behave, and they brought offerings that didn't live up to God's expectations. The newness of their role quickly gave way to feelings and actions inappropriate to that role. They forgot why they had been ordained in the first place, and it cost them dearly. They went from the thrill of a new sacred role to the mundane repetition of tasks too quickly. We struggle daily to remember who we are and how to fulfill our responsibilities as children or parents, as siblings, employees, or spouses. We have so many commitments to others that it's easy to lose track of just how important each of those responsibilities, each of those roles really is. We need to remember that these things matter and that there can be disastrous consequences when we treat them as if they didn't. If we come into a new status, we have to strive to maintain the dignity and responsibility which that new status accords us, even when the day-to-day tasks become routine. As difficult as it is, we have to be able to treat the mundane as if it had the capacity for sanctity every time. From all of us here at the East Brunswick Jewish Center, a Shabbat Shalom.